to 15 Minutes in Space with the MarsMoonSpace.com. Today I have the big honor to have a well-reputed Mars researcher with me today, and welcome to Neville Thompson. I think everybody in our society knows your name and knows who you are. Welcome, Neville.
Oh yeah. Hello. Yes. Yes. Everybody knows who I am.
And thank you for doing this. This is awesome, and I'm looking very forward to this. Neville, I have a few questions for you here, and the first one is written here. It says, "What started it for you? What made you interested in Mars?"
What started it for me was, I'd have been about 11 or 12, and I got a hold of Eric von Daniken book, you know, and I read that from back to front, you know, and it made us think about the way things are, and just how things are not how normal science tells us they are, you know. Then I started to buy more books of them, and then books by other people, and it just got us really interested in like ancient history and stuff like that, you know. Yes. And then when Facebook came on 2006, I went on Facebook, but I think it was 5 or 6 years ago, I actually found out about the groups, you know, and started to look on the groups and see what people were posting, and I thought, that looks good. I'll try it. I'll try it myself, you know.
So you made your own group on Facebook in 2006?
No, I never made my own group. No, I never. I went on the Mars group first. That's Andy's site first, and then a bloke called Alex James contacted me from the Secret Planets group, and asked us to join his group, you know. Right. So I was on there for a few years, and then after about a year and a half, I made up my own group, you know. Well, I never made up my own group. Something happened, and I was kicked off that group. So I decided to make my own group up. Now since then, I've had my group. It's gone up to nearly 9,000 people, you know. Which is like really big. I didn't really think it was gonna get that big, you know. But it has. People like what goes on, you know. But I don't really like to keep myself to my group. I like spread myself about a bit, you know. I like to help everybody, you know. If somebody wants an image made better, I help them out, you know. No, I just don't like keeping to one group. I like spreading myself about a bit and making friends everywhere, you know. I mean, everybody should be friends together, and that's the way it should be, because we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to find out the truth, you know. And that's what this is about, finding out the truth.
It's about disclosure in our own way here. Yes.
Yeah.
And Neville, I know you have made an awful lot of awesome gigapans. I know we call you the gigapan master here in the Zoom club. Have you any numbers on how many gigapans you have made?
How many gigapans? Yeah. I think up to now I've made about over 600. Now the reason why I started doing it, because when I first started out, everybody used to have to look at the single images, you know, and the images all joined together, and you would have to try and join them together. And I'm thinking, wait, it's easy if you join them all together, make it so you can zoom in and out of it, and you can find things better and easier and quicker, you know. So I just decided to start making them for everybody to do it, because if you don't know where to search for the original images, you're stuck, aren't you? So I decided to make the gigapans to help everybody out so that they could find stuff
Yeah.
easily, and it's the best way, I think, you
Do
know.
do do
I
you do
mean,
you search on
yeah, yeah.
sorry? Do you search on every gigapan you made for anomalies, or do you just make some of the gigapans and let the
Actually,
rest of the society
actually,
look at it?
actually, no. What I do is I actually make the gigapans. I have a quick look, to see if there's anything there. If I see anything that's looks as if it shouldn't be there, then I'll go to the original
Yeah.
images. You know, I don't enhance it off the gigapans. I use the original stuff. You know, that's the best way to do it. But for people who don't know where to find the originals, it's good for them to do it that way, and it's easy. You know, rather than learning where to find out where the original images are stored and stuff, how to download them and stuff like that. You know.
Have you any idea how much you have done for the Mars Society and how much your work with the gigapans actually means for us?
Well, it means I first started out doing them, and I thought I just really do it for myself, and I should just share them on the groups. But now it seems as if everybody thinks that the gigapans are the only way of searching. Everybody uses the gigapans to search.
Exactly. I can
Which,
guarantee you half of my own
yeah,
videos and half of my own research is
yeah.
related to your gigapans, so that means a lot. You have lifted the Mars research
Wait,
way up in the air, way high up, that's for sure.
I made it easier for people to look, you know, and that's brilliant,
It
you
is.
know, and now since I've started making them, you find more and more people using them, you know, and more people finding out the truth. So really, the whole the whole system is getting bigger. Like there's more people starting to join. I can see that by the amount of people that I'm adding to different groups. You know, it's just more and more people wanting to know the truth, and that's the way it should be.
It
You
is,
know,
exactly.
we show one person something, and they go and tell it to someone else, and that's the way the truth isn't slowly is starting to be known. You know,
Exactly.
that's that's the way it is.
What's your background story? What I know you work with computers daily living, don't you?
Oh yes. PCs are right. A fixed PC. I just my PC's my life.
Yeah.
You know, everything that I do it on my PC.
Right, of course. So you have your own company and you're working every day from home.
No,
No.
I haven't. I haven't got a company. I just basically work by myself. You know. Yeah, I'm a graphic designer basically. I like drawing. I like painting. I like designing logos.
Yes.
Like the other day, I thought you needed a new banner,
Yes.
so
Thank you, Neville. I put it
so,
up
so
yesterday
yeah,
here.
so I made you a new banner. You know, I
It's a
mean,
great one. Thank you.
a few people liked it, which I thought was good. You know, but I just think that a group should have a decent banner so that when people see them, it attracts them to the group. You know.
So
Just
you're
don't-
saying my banner wasn't decent?
No, but-
Sorry,
no,
just
no,
kidding,
no,
just
it was-
kidding. You
it
don't
was
have to
fun.
answer that.
No, you were advertising your website, which was good,
Yeah.
yes. But I just thought the group should have its own banner, sort of like as well, you know.
I
So,
do some experiments from time to time with the banner and see how people react on it. Sometimes it gets a lot of likes and sometimes it doesn't get any. But anyway, Neville, we have the three rowers, or had three rowers. We had spirit, we have opportunity, we have curiosity.
Yeah.
Which one of those three are your favorite rower?
Which one are my favorite? I haven't really got a favorite because each one shows different things, and you sometimes see things the same on like Curiosity Rover. You see like the same things from there that you see on Curiosity, you know. So even though they're 5,000 miles away from each other, we're coming up with the same thing. So it had a global system, you know. It had like things weren't just in one place. If we see them in two places, 5,000 miles away, then we know that that life once was on Mars around the whole globe, not just in one place, you know. And that's what I like. And okay, the pictures are better from Curiosity now than we were getting from Opportunity and Spirit, which there will be because they've got better equipment on, you know.
Of course.
Yeah. But I haven't really got a best. I don't really pick a best because you sometimes find things that I've found things on Opportunity images that are absolutely brilliant, no better than what I found on Curiosity's images, you know. So I haven't really got a best. I would say they are all the same.
Okay.
You know.
What's your theory or beliefs about Mars and what happened to Mars?
Right, my theories on about Mars is I believe either something collided into Mars, or there was an explosion on Mars. I can't say it, an electrical explosion, because the scar on Mars, you can see that it isn't just a straight line. It goes in a curve, you know. Now either what's happened is when the explosions happened, it's pushed up into the atmosphere thousands of tons of debris, right? Now that's surrounded the planet. Then over time, it's fallen back down to the surface, right, as molten rock. So that's why on the Mars images we're seeing these blue big rocks, aren't we? As if they've been melted.
Okay.
Yes. Of course they've been melted because they've been traveling down from space down to the ground, you know. And that's why we're seeing all these rocks that have been melted, because they've been turned into molten rock, you know. And people have got a theory why when there was life on the planet, why they went underground to live, because they were hiding from the bombardment of the debris coming down from space. So that's why.
You think they could still be hiding in underground?
I don't know. I haven't really seen any signs. I think we would see signs of life there if there was. We've seen past signs of life, like buildings and stuff like that. You know.
That. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you?
But I haven't really.
Do you believe in any way that NASA could have missed with any of the pictures to hide something from us?
Oh yes. Oh yes, NASA hiding stuff from us.
Like
now
there's
yeah. Oh yes, now there's ways of hiding stuff in images that you can't really tell. Now you know, it's really good the way they can hide stuff, you know. But I don't think they're hiding everything. I think they're keeping little bits here and there where people have found things, you know.
Giving us a little hint from time to time.
I think it's a slow trickle of the truth coming out, very slowly,
slow
you know.
Process of disclosure from NASA itself, but in a way that they can control what comes out and how fast it comes out, right?
Exactly,
okay.
exactly, yes.
Something the same that I believe very much in is what's going on now. So.
Oh yes, it's just the people who are controlling it are NASA or another group which I don't know about. There could be a very, very few people who know about it at NASA. You know, we don't know. It doesn't mean to say because somebody works at NASA that they know. They probably don't know. It's probably only kept to the certain few people who really, really know the truth, you know. And the rest of the people is just kept in the dark about it. That's it, you know. I mean, it's pointless blaming everybody because probably everybody doesn't know about it, you know.
Exactly. You're right. Neville, do you have favorite pictures of your own?
I've got a few favorite pictures. Yes, there's one I found of it's like a deer structure with a deer with horns, and there's a rider on the back of it. There's another one. It's of an object underneath Tisdale Rock. It's called. That was a opportunity find, and I've got hundreds more. I couldn't really single them out because everyone's different. Everyone's good, you know. And I mean, I've got thousands of images, and I only show the ones that I think somebody can see, you know. I don't put ones on that where people are thinking, what's that? Because it's stupid. I only show the ones that you can really see, and that's the best way, you know. There's another one I found. It's of a little small building with a square doorway. Then in the centre of the doorway, there's a little figure.
Exactly. And I remember that one as one of the first images on your. I believe that was from 2011. Am I right?
About that time,
And that was the very first time I saw the name Nev or Neville.
Was it?
Exactly. and that was actually one of the pictures that started my interest. That kick-started my interest for Mars. I always have the interest in universe and Mars and life in the universe, but I saw that picture and I saw a link to the site, and I went to that link, used that link and got to the site and found the same. I call it the statue in the doorway. That's just my version of it, and that kick-started me, and I was looking like at whole this. That was a panorama image, I believe, from NASA. And I was looking it all over, and I found some other anomalies on the same one also. A square hole with some blocks cut in the same shape as the hole, as just a little nearby the same one also. That was the one that got me started for real. So.
Right, I see. Right now, yeah, that was from the Santa Maria Creator. Yeah, there's a few from there. There's another good one from there. It's of a pyramid, a square pyramid. You can see the square in the front is smooth. You can see the little things built on the top of it. It's in one of the images that I'm going to send you to put in this, you know. But I've got loads of different finds, loads and loads. I mean, especially in Victoria Crater, like around the sides, it looks flat, but it's not flat. It's all made up of buildings and things like that, you know. And it's amazing the way they've hidden it, because NASA hides the images by decreasing the tones in it, so it looks flat, you know. And what I try to do is I try to get back the tones increase them back up, so that it makes it more 3D again, you know, so you can see them, you know. And that's a way that NASA has of hiding what's there, you know. But I think more and more people are starting to really realise that it's not the way that they say it is, you know.
Neville, I hate to say this, but the 15 minutes has almost is gone now for a few minutes ago. Do you...
15 minutes?
15, sorry.
Oh, 50, right? Okay,
Do you have a last word to all those that are watching this and want to do some research on Mars and in the universe?
Just really what I've got to say is everybody work together. Don't argue. don't fall out, because we are all in this together. You know, doesn't matter who finds what, when they find it, or anything like that. We're in this together, and the only way that it'll work is if we stay together and work together happily. Okay, that's it.
That was some wise chosen words, Neville. Neville, thanks a million times for joining us here, and thank you for doing this interview. Thank you so much.
Sure. Fine, great. I'll do it again if you want.
Yeah, we are gonna make a new edition of it called 5 hours with the MarsMoonSpace.com.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you very much, and to all the members, you can see some of Neville's pictures, and I will link them up to this YouTube video. Put a link in the video description to Neville's group also, Alien Life, Space, Moon, Earth Anomalies, and Alien Life Public Group, right? Yes, and I will set the link up, so I will ask you to go take a look at some of Neville's work there, and until then, I'll see you all again. Take care, all of you.
See you soon.
Bye.
See ya.